I'll just take it down because I can put the thing in my way.
There we go.
Shabbat Shalom, Yael Israel. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, Antonio Yasharel. Shabbat Shalom, the Holy Jim. Oh, you're to death, that's right. Shabbat Shalom, Israel, one love, praise the mighty Yahweh.
only one. The name of Lord is the King. Daily load and he with the mighty blessing. Only duty of man is servitude. What that I serve you. It hurts when I hear another man. So Lord, out loud I will proclaim. Not no judge, not no priest, no Jesse. Come on down, not no judge, not no priest, no Jesse. Yeah. Not no judge, not no priest, no Jesse. I know where my next meal come from. I know where the city come from. I know where all the truth come from. Where the little bitty you come from. I know where all the light come from. Where the husband and wife come from. I know where all the knowledge come from. And I know, yes I know, no one reigns above you, and no one reigns beside you.
Shalom, 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 brothers and sisters all over the world. I'm YAHWEH, being Israel. I'm a Hebrew servant of the Most High Yah. And I want to give all honor, glory, praise the works of Yahweh by saying hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Praise the mighty Yah. Now today's topic I'm going to talk about all the people that despise Yahweh. Everybody say they like Yahweh, love Yahweh, they are a lie, and the truth ain't in them. Shabbat Shalom, Ron Tor, Shabbat Shalom, Jewel Gladys. And as I was saying, we're going to talk about despite the people that all the Christians despise Yahweh. All the Muslims despise Yahweh. The average person on this earth despise Yahweh. Y'all just take a look around. Look at all your family. Look at all your friends. Look at all your enemies. Look at the world as it existed. And we're going to find out today who despise Yahweh and who don't. Because a lot of people capping. They say they like Yahweh, but they're a lie. They don't like Yahweh. And I'm going to prove beyond the shadow of a doubt. They show y'all that these people just capping and faking. The ones that talking about God and Yah. So with that being said, okay, I want to start off in the book of Leviticus. Go to the book of Leviticus 26. No, I got to look up despise first. Look at this.
Despise, to dislike strongly and feel scorn for.
Strongly dislike. Strongly dislike. Now y'all remember dislike. Despise means strongly dislike. Okay. Start the
Leviticus chapter 26, verse 1. Ye shall make you no idols nor graven image, neither rear you up a standing image, neither shall ye set up any image of stone in your land to bow down unto it. For I am Yahweh your Elohim. Ye shall keep my Sabbaths and reverence my sanctuary. I am Yahweh. If you walk in my statutes and
now, what is a statute? A statute is a law. A law is a statute. That's what it is. But I'll look it up later on for y'all.
And keep my commandments and do them, then I will give you rain in due season, and the land shall yield her increase, and the trees of the field shall yield their fruit. And your threshing shall reach unto the vintage, and the vintage shall reach unto the sowing time. And ye shall eat your bread to the full, and dwell in your land safely.
Safely.
And I will give peace in the land, and ye shall lie down, and none shall make you afraid. And I will rid evil beasts out of the land, neither shall the sword go through your land.
Now, this if we had a did right, we didn't do right. That's when we in captivity because we didn't do right. But if we had a did right, this would have happened. Read.
And ye shall chase your enemies, and they shall fall before you by the sword. And 5 of you shall chase 100, and 100 of you shall put 10,000 to flight. And your enemies shall fall before you by the sword. For I will have respect unto you, and make you fruitful,
Yahweh said, I have respect unto you.
and multiply you, and establish my covenant with you. And ye shall eat old store, and bring forth the old because of the new. And I will set my tabernacle among you, and my soul shall not abhor you.
Abhor you mean hate. Abhor mean hate.
And I will walk among you, and will be your Elohim, and ye shall be my people.
When Yahweh say he'll walk among us, that means he going to guide us, lead us, and protect us.
I am Yahweh your Elohim, which brought you forth out of the land of Egypt, that ye should not be their bondmen. And I have broken the bands of your yoke, and made you go upright. But if ye will not hearken unto me,
If you won't listen to Yahweh,
and will not do all these commandments,
and you don't do all my commandments, Yahweh popping corn, talking.
and if ye shall despise my statutes,
Despise. Most people despise his statutes, his laws and commandments and stuff. He despises, read.
or if your soul abhor my judgments,
Abhor. Look up the word abhor. Abhor. If you abhor Yahweh's statutes,
abhor, disgust, or hatred for, hate very much,
you hate very much. You hate Yahweh very, you hate his statute very much. So start off again at the 15. No, 14.
but if ye will not hearken unto me,
But if you won't listen to Yahweh
and will not do all these commandments,
and do all the Yahweh commandments,
and if ye shall despise my statutes,
if you dislike my statutes,
or if your soul abhor my judgments,
or your own soul hate Yahweh, what it say, judgments,
so that ye will not do all my commandments,
so that you won't do his commandments,
but that ye break my covenant, I also will do this unto you.
Yahweh said, I'm going to do something to you. Since you don't want to listen to me and do what I say do, I'm going to do something to you. That's what he going to do now.
I will even appoint over you terror.
Okay, terror. What is terror? Yahweh said, I'm going to appoint terror. I don't know. Terror. Okay. T-E-R-R. T-E-R-R. Shabbat shalom, you Alicia.
Terror, great fear,
Great fear.
a person or thing that causes great fear.
Yahweh causes great fear. Okay, now keep reading.
Consumption,
Consumption is TB, tuberculosis,
and the burning achy
burning achy.
that shall consume the eyes, and cause sorrow of heart. And ye shall sow your seed in vain, for your enemy shall eat it. And I will set my face against you,
Yahweh said, I'm going to set my face against you, man. He going to turn his back on you.
and ye shall be slain before your enemies.
And the enemy, the Gentile, the enemy going to knock your head off whenever they get ready. Because I ain't going to be there to help you and protect you.
They that hate you shall reign over you,
Everybody that hates you going to rule over you.
and ye shall flee when none pursueth you.
Scared to death.
And if ye will not yet for all this hearken unto me,
And after I do all listen to you and you don't listen to me
then I will punish you 7 times more for your sins.
then I'm going to knock your head off 7 times more than your sins.
And I will break the pride of your power.
Oh, I'm going to take away that pride, that stony hard pride heart you got. What verse you at?
19. And I will make your heaven as iron, and your earth as brass.
Hard times.
And your strength shall be spent in vain, for your land shall not yield her increase, neither shall the trees of the field neither shall the trees of the land yield their fruits.
Now, in other words, this is a curse.
And if ye walk contrary unto me, and will not hearken unto me, I will bring 7 times more plagues upon you according to your sins. I will also send wild beasts among you, which shall rob you of your children, and destroy your cattle, and make you few in number, and your highways shall be desolate.
In other words, all this is a punishment and a curse from Yah.
And if you will not be reformed by me by these things, but will walk contrary unto me, then will I also walk contrary unto you, and will punish you yet 7 times for your sins. And I will bring a sword upon you that shall avenge the quarrel of my covenant. And when ye are gathered together within your cities, I will send the pestilence among you, and ye shall be delivered into the hand of the enemy.
To the hand of the enemy.
And when I have broken the staff of your bread, 10 women shall bake your bread in one oven, and they shall deliver you your bread again by weight, and ye shall eat and not be
Ain't
satisfied.
gonna never be satisfied. Don't care how many women bring you something to eat. You're gonna always complain.
And if ye will not for all this hearken unto me, but walk contrary unto me, then I will walk contrary unto you also in fury,
In fury.
and I, even I, will chastise you 7 times for your sins. And ye shall eat the flesh of your sons, and the flesh of your daughters shall ye eat. And I will destroy your high places, and cut down your images, and cast your carcasses upon the carcasses of your idols.
Of your the thing that you believe in and worship.
And my soul shall abhor you.
And Yahweh say, my soul gonna hate you.
And I will make your cities waste, and bring your sanctuaries unto desolation, and will not smell the savior of your sweet odors. And I will bring the land into desolation, and your enemies which dwell therein shall be astonished at it. And I will scatter you among the heathen, and will draw out a sword after you, and your land shall be desolate, and your cities waste.
And all this gonna happen to us because we were disobedient, hard-headed, and stiff-necked, and we despise Yahweh laws. This is the reason why all this is happening. This is the reason now.
Then shall the land enjoy her Sabbaths, as long as it lie desolate, and ye shall be in your enemy's land.
While you in your enemy's land,
Even then shall the land rest and enjoy her Sabbaths. As long as it lie desolate, it shall rest, because it did not rest in your Sabbaths,
because we didn't do right when we was over there in our land.
when ye dwell upon it. And upon them that are left alive of you, I will send a faintness into their hearts in the lands of their enemies, and the sound of a shaking leaf shall chase them, and they shall flee
Scared to death.
as fleeing from a sword, and they shall fall when none pursueth. And they shall fall one upon another, as it were before a sword, when none pursueth. And ye shall have no power to stand before your enemies.
You ain't gonna have no power to stand before your enemy.
And ye shall perish among the heathen, and the land of your enemies shall eat you up.
Do you any kind of way.
And they that are left of you shall pine away in their iniquity in your enemies' lands, and also in the iniquities of their fathers shall they pine away with them. If they shall confess their iniquity.
Now, while we in captivity, while we in a strange land, United States, if you confess to Yahweh your iniquity,
and the iniquity of their fathers with their trespass which they trespassed against me, and that also they have walked contrary unto me, and that I also have walked contrary unto them, and have brought them unto the land of their enemies.
Yahweh was the one did this, brought us to the United States.
If then their uncircumcised hearts be humbled,
Now, while you in captivity, while your circumcised heart be humble,
and they then accept of the punishment of their iniquity,
accept everything that Yahweh put up on us, how this Gentile did, accept it from and Yahweh, not from him, from Yah.
then will I remember my covenant with Jacob, and also my covenant with Isaac, and also my covenant with Abraham will I remember, and I will remember the land. The land also shall be left of them, and shall enjoy the Sabbaths, while she lie desolate without them. and they shall accept of the punishment of their iniquity.
We're supposed to accept whatever Yahweh do to us because we brought it on up on our own self.
Because they despise my judgments,
Because we despise Yahweh judgment,
and because their soul abhorred my statutes,
because we hated Yahweh's statutes,
and yet for all that, when they be in the land of their enemies, I will not cast them away.
even though you did that, I ain't gonna forget about you.
Neither will I abhor them
I ain't gonna hate you.
to destroy them utterly.
I ain't gonna destroy you completely. Meaning, I love some of y'all, but not all y'all.
And to break my covenant with them. For I am Yahweh their Elohim. But I will for their sakes remember the covenant of their ancestors, whom I brought forth out of the land of Egypt in the sight of the heathen, that I might be their Elohim. I am Yahweh. These are the statutes and judgments and laws which Yahweh made between him and the children of Israel in Mount Sinai by the hand of Moses.
That's right. Now let's go to Numbers. See, Numbers. Numbers chapter 11. Start at the first verse.
Numbers chapter 11, verse 1. And when the people complained,
Y'all, we always complaining.
it displeased Yahweh,
Yahweh was upset and he didn't want to hear this complaining.
and Yahweh heard it.
He heard you. Yahweh hear everything that you complaining about.
And his anger was kindled, and the fire of Yahweh burnt among them, and consumed them that were in the uttermost parts of the camp.
Burn them up because they complaining.
And the people cried unto Moses.
Then the people cried to Moses.
And when Moses prayed unto Yahweh, the fire was quenched.
Yeah, it took Moses to pray for him, and then it was stopped. It was put out.
And he called the name of the place Taberah, because the fire of Yahweh burnt among them. And the mixed multitude that was among them fell a lusting, and the children of Israel also wept again, and said, Who shall give us flesh to eat?
Now they complaining again.
We remember the fish which we did eat in Egypt freely, the cucumbers and the melons and the leeks and the onions and the garlic. But now our soul is dried away. There is nothing at all besides this manna before our eyes.
Now they complaining because they getting tired of manna. They want to eat the food that they ate in Egypt.
And the manna was as coriander seed, and the color thereof as the color of bedlam. And the people went about and gathered it, and ground it in mills, or beat it in a mortar, and baked it in pans, and made cakes of it. And the taste of it was as the taste of fresh oil. And when the dew fell upon the camp in the night, the manna fell upon it. Then Moses heard the people weep throughout their families, every man in the door of his tent. And the anger of Yahweh was kindled greatly. Moses also was displeased.
Because they complaining again.
And Moses said unto Yahweh, Wherefore hast thou afflicted thy servant? And wherefore have I not found favor in thy sight, that thou layest the burden of all this people upon me?
Put this burden upon me.
Have I conceived all this people?
I ain't birth all these people, because Moses was getting upset himself.
Have I begotten them, that thou shouldest say unto me, Carry them in thy bosom, as a nursing father beareth the sucking child, unto the land which thou swarest unto their fathers? When should I have flesh to give unto all these people?
They want something to eat.
For they weep unto me.
They crying to me,
saying, Give us flesh that we may eat.
They want some meat to eat.
I am not able to bear all this people alone, because it is too heavy for me.
All these people complain to me, it's too heavy for me, yeah.
And if thou deal thus with me, kill me, I pray thee, out of hand, if I have found favor in thy sight, and let me not see my wretchedness.
He was ready to die. Moses said, I'm so angry and upset at these people going to kill me. Get me out of the way. I don't want to have nothing to do with these people no more. What verse you at?
16.
Okay.
And Yahweh said unto Moses, gather unto me 70 men of the elders of Israel, whom thou knowest to be the elders of the people, and officers over them, and bring them unto the tabernacle of the congregation, that they may stand there with thee. And I will come down and talk with thee there.
Yahweh said, I'm going to come down and talk with thee.
And I will take up the spirit which is upon thee, and will put it upon them.
Now I'm going to take the spirit I got up on you, and I'm going to put it up on these 70 people.
And they shall bear the burden of the people with thee, that thou bear it not thyself alone.
You're going to get some help. In other words, you ain't going to do it by yourself no more. I'm going to give you some help, Moses.
And say thou unto the people, sanctify yourselves against tomorrow, and ye shall eat flesh, for ye have wept in the ears of Yahweh, saying, who shall give us flesh to eat? For it was well with us in Egypt.
We had a ball in Egypt, they saying.
Therefore Yahweh will give you flesh, and ye shall eat. Ye shall not eat 1 day, nor 2 days, nor 5 days, neither 10 days, nor 20 days, but even a whole month.
But you're going to eat it for a whole month.
Until it come out at your nostrils.
So it come out your nostrils. This is what you want. Be careful what you ask for.
And it be loathsome unto you, because that ye have despised Yahweh which is among you.
Because you had despised Yahweh which is among you.
And have wept before him, saying, why came we forth out of Egypt?
Okay, so they've been complaining. They despise Yahweh and they always complaining. Now let's go to 1 Samuel. But I'm gonna give you what you want, but you ain't gonna eat it no 2 or 3 days a week. You're gonna eat it a whole month. You're gonna eat it so long till you're gonna get tired of it. It's gonna come out your nose. Since you complaining about you ain't had no meat, I'm gonna give you so much meat till it's gonna make you sick. Now I'm gonna stop you complaining. 1 Samuel, let me see, chapter 2. Okay, 2 and 26. 1 Samuel chapter 2, verse 26.
1 Samuel chapter 2, verse 26. And the child Samuel grew on and was in favor both with Yahweh.
He was in favor with Yahweh.
And also with men.
Everybody loved him.
And there came a man of Elohim unto Eli, and said to him, thus saith Yahweh, did I plainly appear unto the house of thy father when they were in Egypt in Pharaoh's house? And did I choose him out of all the tribes of Israel to be my priest, to offer upon my altar, to burn incense, to wear an ephod before me? And did I give unto the house of thy father all made by fire of the children of Israel? Wherefore kick ye at my offering, which I have commanded in my habitation, and honors thy sons above me, to make yourselves fat with the offerings of Israel my people? Wherefore Yahweh Elohim of Israel saith, I said indeed that thy house and the house of thy father shall walk before me forever. But now Yahweh saith, be it far from me, for them that honor me I will honor, and they that despise me shall be lightly esteemed.
Lightly esteemed. That's all I need with that. Okay. Let's go to take a second. Let's see. Let me get a second. Oh yeah, let me get this 2 Samuel chapter 6. Just dealing with David here. Yeah. Samuel 6 and 1.
2 Samuel chapter 6, verse 1. Again, David gathered together all the chosen men of Israel, 30,000.
30,000, y'all.
And David arose and went with all the people that were with him from Bethlehem of Judah to bring up from thence the ark of Elohim, whose name is called by the name of Yahweh of hosts, that dwelt between the cherubims. And, and they set the ark of Elohim upon a new cart and brought it out of the house of Abinadab that was in Gibeah.
Now watch this, y'all.
And Uzzah and Ahio, the sons of Abinadab, drave the new cart, and they brought it out of the house of Abinadab, which was at Gibeah, accompanying the ark of Elohim. And Ahio went before the ark, and David and all the house of Israel played before Yahweh on all manner of instruments made of fir wood, even on harps, and on psalteries, and on timbrels, and on cornets, and on cymbals. And when they came to...
Now he had a band. This is a band playing before Yahweh. He had a whole band.
And when they came to Nachon's threshing floor, Uzzah put forth his hand to the ark of Elohim and took hold of it, for the oxen shook it. And the anger of Yahweh was kindled against Uzzah, and Elohim smote him there for his error, and there he died by the ark of Elohim.
In other words, this ark that he had, couldn't know anybody touch this ark. The ark was moving, and it almost tilted over and fall. And Uzziah, he tried to save it and keep the ark from falling on the ground. And when he touched it, the Almighty killed him.
And David was displeased because Yahweh had made a breach upon Uzzah, and he called the name of the place Perah-Uzzah to this day. And David was afraid of Yahweh that day.
He was afraid that day, boy. You better be scared.
And said, how shall the ark of Yahweh come to me?
How we going to come to me?
So David would not remove the ark of Yahweh unto him into the city of David. But David carried it aside into the house of Obed-Edom the Gittite. And the ark of Yahweh continued in the house of Obed-Edom the Gittite 3 months.
It stayed in the enemy's house for 3 months.
And Yahweh blessed Obed-Edom and all his household.
And while the ark was in the house, he blessed it.
And it was told King David, saying, Yahweh had blessed the house of Obed-Edom and all that pertained unto him because of the ark of Elohim.
And the ark was in there, and he was getting blessed because of the ark.
So David went and brought up the ark of Elohim from the house of Obed-Edom into the city of David with gladness. And it was so that when they that bear the ark of Yahweh had gone six paces, he sacrificed oxen and fatlings. And David danced before Yahweh with all his might.
David was dancing, boy. He was stepping in the name of love in front of Yahweh. He was dancing before Yahweh.
And David was girded with the linen ephod. So David and all the house of Israel brought up the ark of Yahweh with shouting and with the sound of the trumpet. As the ark of Yahweh came into the city
when the ark came into the city, I watched Michal, David's wife. Watch this, y'all, by her.
City of David. Michal, Saul's daughter, looked through a window and saw King David leaping and dancing before Yahweh.
Now, watch how Yahweh plagued and punished Michal for mocking King David for dancing before Yah. She was upset and mad.
And she despised him in her heart.
She despised David. Now watch what happened to her because she was despised. Because she despised David.
And they brought in the ark of Yahweh and set it in his place in the midst of the tabernacle that David had pitched for it. And David offered burnt offerings and peace offerings before Yahweh. And as soon as David had made an end of offering burnt offerings and peace offerings, he blessed the people in the name of Yahweh of hosts. And he dealt among all the people, even among the whole multitude of Israel, as well to the women as men, and every one a cake of bread, a good piece of flesh, and a flagon of wine. So all the people departed, everyone to his house.
And everybody went home. I did. They had a good time.
Then David returned to bless his household.
Then David went to bless his household. Now watch this. Pay attention to this.
And Michal, the daughter of Saul, came out to meet David and said, How glorious was the King of Israel today, who uncovered himself today in the eyes of the handmaids of his servants, as one of the vain fellows shamelessly uncovered himself.
Now she got a fat mouth on her, talking slick and then mad at King David, but watch what happened to her.
And David said to Michal, it was before Yahweh
I danced before Yahweh, woman.
which chose me before thy father,
He put me over your father. He chose me to be the king over your father
and before all his house,
and before all his house. Now they having an argument. Now they having a dispute.
to appoint me ruler over the people of Yahweh, over Israel.
That's right, to put me. He explained it to her what's going on.
Therefore will I play before Yahweh.
I'm going to always put Yahweh before everybody. Play before Yahweh.
And I will yet be more vile than thus, and will be base in my own sight. And of the maidservants which thou hast spoken of them shall I be had in honor. Therefore Michal, the daughter of Saul, had no child unto the day of her death.
That's right. She was cursed right there with her mouth, and the Almighty didn't give her no kids because of her mouth. She running her mouth, getting mad at King David for dancing before Yahweh, and Yahweh said, "You ain't had to." Before she, at the end of the day, she didn't get a chance to bear David no children because of her mouth. Okay, what was that? 6, 7.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Go back to Numbers. Numbers 15. Let's start at 27. Number 15, 27. Shabbat Shalom, Phyllis Williams.
Numbers chapter 15, verse 27. And if any soul sin through ignorance, then he shall bring a she goat of the first year for a sin offering, and the priest shall make and the priest shall make an atonement for the soul that sinneth ignorantly, when he sinned by ignorance before Yahweh, to make an atonement for him, and it shall be forgiven him.
Now, this for the ignorant.
Law for him that's both for him that is born among the children of Israel, and for the stranger that sojourneth among them. But the soul that doeth aught presumptuously,
boldly, presumption mean boldly,
whether he be born in the land or a stranger, the same reproacheth Yahweh, and that soul shall be cut off from among his people.
That's right, right.
Because he hath despised the word of Yahweh.
Because he have despised the word of Yahweh.
And have broken his commandment, that soul shall utterly be cut off.
When you do it in boldly, mean on purpose.
His iniquity shall be upon him. And while the children of Israel were in the wilderness, they found a man that gathered sticks upon the Sabbath day.
Now they found a man gathering sticks up on the Sabbath day.
And they that found him gathering sticks brought him unto Moses and Aaron.
They brought this man to Moses and Aaron.
And unto all the congregation. And they put him in war, because it was not declared what should be done to him.
They didn't know what to do with him, because they put him in war. They didn't know what was going on, what to do. So watch this.
And Yahweh said to Moses,
and Yahweh told Moses,
the man shall be surely put to death.
Kill this man, surely be put to death. Now, that's what Yahweh said now. This ain't nobody but this is the Almighty Yahweh telling Moses this man should be put to death.
All the congregation shall stone him with stones without the camp. And all the congregation brought him without the camp and stoned him with stones, and he died, as Yahweh commanded Moses.
Yahweh told Moses to kill this man. Why? Because he broke his Sabbath day.
And Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations, and that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
Now Yahweh the one told Moses to make us fringes.
And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it, and remember all the commandments of Yahweh, and do them, and and that ye seek not after your own heart and your own eyes, and after which ye used to go a whoring, that ye may remember and do all my commandments, and be holy unto your Elohim. I am Yahweh your Elohim, which brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your Elohim. I am Yahweh your Elohim.
That's right. Let's see. Okay, Second Chronicles 36. Second Chronicles 36 and the first verse.
Second Chronicles chapter 36, verse 1. Then the people of the land took Jehoahaz the son of Josiah and made him king in his father's stead in Jerusalem. Jehoahaz was 23 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 3 months in Jerusalem. And the king of Egypt put him down at Jerusalem and condemned the land and 100 talents of silver and a talent of gold. And the king of Egypt made Eliakim his brother king over Judah and Jerusalem, and turned his name to Jehoiakim. And Necho took Jehoahaz's brother and carried him to Egypt. Jehoiakim was 25 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 11 years in Jerusalem. And he did that which was evil in the sight of Yahweh his Elohim.
He did what was evil in the sight of Yahweh.
Against him came up Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, and bound him in fetters to carry him to Babylon. Nebuchadnezzar also carried of the vessels of the house of Yahweh to Babylon, and put them in his temple at Babylon. Now the rest of the acts of Jehoiakim and his abominations which he did, and that which was found in him, behold, they are written in the book of the kings of Israel and Judah. And Jehoiachin his son reigned in his stead. Jehoiachin was 8 years old when he began to reign.
And he was 8 years old, and he did evil too.
And he reigned 3 months and 10 days in Jerusalem. And he did that which was evil in the sight of Yahweh. And when the year was expired, King Nebuchadnezzar sent and brought him to Babylon with goodly vessels of the house of Yahweh, and made Zedekiah his brother king over Judah and Jerusalem. Zedekiah was 21 years old when he began to reign, and reigned 11 years in Jerusalem. And he did that which was evil in the sight of Yahweh his Elohim.
All these kings doing evil in the sight of Yahweh. Like I said, the majority of the people, they despise Yahweh.
And humbled not himself before Jeremiah the prophet, speaking from the mouth of Yahweh.
Ain't listen.
And he also rebelled against King Nebuchadnezzar, who had made him swear by Elohim. But he stiffened his neck and hardened his heart from turning unto Yahweh Elohim of Israel.
There were no parts of Yahweh.
Moreover, all the chief of the priests and the people transgressed very much after all the abominations of the heathen, and polluted the house of Yahweh which he had hallowed in Jerusalem. And Yahweh Elohim of their fathers sent to them by messengers rising up at times and sending, because he had compassion on his people and on his dwelling place. But they mocked the messengers of Elohim.
They made fun of the messenger of Yah,
and despised his words.
And despised the words of the prophet.
and misused his pro- and misused
They misuses prophets.
until the wrath of Yahweh his people till there was no remedy.
They got their head knocked off. Okay, that was what? That was Second Chronicles.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see. Okay, start at the 12:1. 2 Samuel 12:1.
2 Samuel chapter 12, verse 1. And Yahweh sent Nathan unto David, and he came unto him and said to him, there were two men in one city, the one rich and the other poor.
And y'all check this out.
The rich man had exceeding many flocks and herds,
Now this is King David. The rich man had everything.
and the poor man had nothing save one little ewe lamb,
He had one lamb.
which he had bought and nourished up, and it grew up together with him and with his children. It did eat of his own meat and drink of his own cup, and lay in his bosom, and was unto him as a daughter.
Now this animal was just like one of his family members.
And there came a traveler unto the rich man, and he spared to take of his own flock and of his own herd.
Now this is describing King David.
To dress for the wayfaring man that was come unto him, but took the poor man's lamb and dressed it for the man that was come to him.
Now he killed his only lamb to eat it.
And David's anger was greatly kindled against the man.
Now David was angry when he heard this coming out of Nathan's mouth.
And he said to Nathan, as Yahweh liveth, the man that have done this thing shall surely die.
And he don't know this is himself, King David, that talking about this. He don't know this is pertaining to him. Watch this.
And he shall restore the lamb fourfold, because he did this thing, and because he had no pity.
Because he didn't have no pity. Now watch what Nathan say.
And Nathan said to David, thou art the man.
You are the man we talking about.
Thus saith Yahweh Elohim of Israel, I anointed thee king over Israel, and I delivered thee out of the hand of Saul.
I did everything for you, David.
And I gave thee thy master's house and thy master's wives to thy bosom.
I gave you everything.
And gave the house of Israel and of Judah. And if that had been too little, I would moreover have given unto thee such and such things.
Now, if I would have gave you some more. What's this thing doing?
Hmm?
That's green. Oh, don't worry about it. Come on.
Wherefore hast thou despised the commandment of Yahweh?
You have despised the commandment of Yahweh because you broke two of them.
To do evil in his sight.
To do evil in Yahweh's sight.
Thou hast killed Uriah the Hittite with the sword.
You killed his wife. You killed Uriah the Hittite.
And hast taken his wife to be thy wife.
And you have taken another man's wife to be your wife.
And hast slain him with the sword of the children of Ammon.
Had him killed by the Ammonites.
Now therefore the sword shall never depart from thine house.
Now this is King David coming. The sword ain't gonna never depart from your house.
Because thou hast despised me.
Because when you broke my commandment, see, when you break Yahweh's commandment, you despise him. So King David despised Yahweh because he had broke two of his commandments.
And hast taken the wife of Uriah the Hittite to be thy wife. Thus saith Yahweh, behold, I will raise up evil against thee out of thy own house.
Out of your own house, your descendants, your kids, your children. That's what happened.
And I will take thy wives before thine eyes.
I'm going to take away your wife before your eyes.
And give them unto thy neighbor.
And give them to your sons, your brothers and cousins and stuff like that.
And he shall lie with thy wives in the sight of this son.
That's right.
For thou didst it secretly.
You did it secretly, David.
But I will do this thing before all Israel and before the sun. And David said unto Nathan, I have sinned against Yahweh.
That's right. He confessed and said, I have sinned against Yahweh.
And Nathan said unto David, Yahweh also hath put away thy sin. Thou shalt not die.
I ain't going to kill you because I love you. I ain't going to kill you.
Howbeit, because by this deed hast thou given great occasion to the enemies of Yahweh to blaspheme, the child also that is born unto thee shall surely die.
Now, the child ain't going to live but 7 days, then it's going to die. Because he got what's the name? Uriah the Hittite wife pregnant, which was named Bathsheba, and Bathsheba had a baby. Watch this, read.
And and Nathan departed unto his house, and Yahweh struck the child that Uriah's wife bare unto David, and it was very sick. David therefore besought Elohim for the child, and David fasted and went in and lay all night upon the earth. And the elders of his house arose to him to raise him up from the earth, but he would not eat bread with them. And it came to pass on the seventh that the child died. And the servants of David feared to tell him that the dead, for they said, Behold, while the child was yet alive.
So if he punished David, what you think he's going to do to y'all? These people that despise Yahweh. What you think he's going to do to the one that despise Yahweh? Because he loved David now. And if he chastised David, just think what he's going to do to us. And some people that despise his law. Okay, keep reading.
We spake unto him, and he would not hearken unto our voice. How will he then vex himself if we tell him that the child is dead? But when David saw that his servants whispered, David perceived that the child was dead. Therefore David said unto his servants, Is the child dead? And they said, He is dead. Then David arose from the earth and washed and anointed himself and changed his apparel and came into the house of Yahweh and worshipped. Then he came to his own house, and when he required, they said bread, but he did eat. Then said his servants unto him, What is this that thou hast done? Thou didst fast and weep while it was alive, but when the child was dead, thou didst arise and eat bread. And he said, While the child was yet alive, I fasted and wept, for I said, Who can tell whether Elohim will be gracious to me that the child may live?
That's right.
But now he is dead. Wherefore should I fast? Can I bring him back again? I shall go to him, but he shall not return to me.
That's right. Read.
And David comforted Bathsheba his wife.
He comforted Bathsheba his wife.
And went in unto her and lay with her. And she bare a son, and he called his name Solomon. And Yahweh loved him.
And Yahweh loved Solomon. After that, after he went through what he went through, Almighty forgave him, and he loved Solomon after that. Okay, let's go to let's go to Proverbs. Let's see. This is corn here, y'all. Proverbs 1 and start at the 22. Proverbs 1 and 22.
Proverbs chapter 1, verse 22. How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge.
Yeah, fools hate knowledge now. Fools hate knowledge.
Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour my spirit unto you.
I'm going to pour out my spirit into you.
Words unto you.
Yahweh going to make known his words unto us.
I have called.
Yahweh calling. He calling right now today.
Refuse.
And these people don't want no parts of me. They refuse me. I'm trying to teach them what thus said, Yah said, but they refuse me. He calling right now.
I have stretched out my hand, and no man regarded.
I stretched out my hand, and don't nobody want to have nothing to do with me. Yahweh popping corn.
But ye have set at naught at all my counsel, and with none of my reproof.
You don't want no parts of Yahweh. Don't want no parts of his reproof.
I also will laugh at your calamity.
Now remember this, I'm going to laugh at your calamity. Look up the word calamity. Since the ones that don't want no parts of Yahweh, calamity. Look, what it say? All blue.
Calamity, deep trouble, or misery.
When you get in deep trouble and misery,
A terrible happening that brings great sorrow.
well, that's right. When you get in trouble, Yahweh say, I'm going to laugh at your calamity.
Disaster.
Disaster. That's right. So now we're going to start over. Let's oh, no. Okay, start at 24.
Because I have called and you refused.
I called and you have refused. You don't want to hear nothing about what Jeremiah, Ezekiel, and Moses said.
I have stretched out my hand.
Y'all wish I stretched out my hand begging you to come to me.
And no man regarded.
And ain't nobody studying it.
But ye have set at naught all my counsel, and with none of my reproof.
You have said it not all my counsel, but you don't want to have nothing to do with me. Y'all would say you don't want no parts of me.
I also will laugh at your calamity.
Since you don't want to have nothing to do with Yahweh, I'm going to laugh at your calamity. When stuff bad start happening to Yahweh, so I'm going to laugh at you. Read.
I will mock when your fear cometh.
I'm going to make fun of you when you get in trouble. Why? Because you ain't studying.
When your fear comes as desolation.
When your fear comes as desolation.
And your destruction cometh as a whirlwind.
Just like a whirlwind.
When distress and anguish cometh upon you.
When all this come on you.
Then shall they call upon me.
Then you're going to be begging for Yahweh mercy to have mercy on you. Watch this.
But I will not answer.
I ain't studying you. Yahweh say, I ain't studying you. You want to study me then? Don't be studying me now.
They shall seek me early.
You supposed to seek him early. Not 2 or 3 years from now, right now. Seek him early, right now.
But they shall not find me.
But you ain't going to find him. Why? Because you didn't seek him early. That's why it's too late. It's too late. Read.
For that they hated knowledge.
They hated knowledge. Y'all who'd have been corn and trying to tell them about y'all, they hated knowledge.
And did not choose the fear of Yahweh.
And didn't choose the fear of Yahweh. They chose to go to church, be baptized, Christianity. They chose everything but Yah.
They would none of my counsel.
They don't want no parts of Yahweh counsel.
They despise all my reproof.
They despise all the Yahweh reproof. They despise it, y'all.
Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way.
Of their own way. That's right. I ain't going to help you. Going to do you.
And be filled with their own devices.
And be filled with your own devices. Not Yahweh devices. Your own devices.
For the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them.
Shall destroy them. Read.
But whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely.
Whoever listen to Yahweh gonna dwell safely.
And shall be quiet from fear of evil.
And ain't worried about evil. That's right. That was cold-blooded right there. Okay, go to Proverbs 13. Okay, 13 and 13.
Proverbs chapter 13, verse 13. Whoso despiseth the word shall be destroyed.
Despise. If you despise and dislike Yahweh's word, you're going to be destroyed. Just that simple. Read it again.
Whoso despiseth the word shall be destroyed.
Whoever don't like the word of Yahweh going to be destroyed.
But he that feareth the commandment shall be rewarded.
Everybody that fear the commandments going to be rewarded. That's right. Something good going to happen to you. That's all I needed. 15. And 32.
Proverbs chapter 15, verse 32. He that refuseth instruction despiseth his own soul.
If you don't want to hear what I'm popping the corn about you on your own soul, I'm talking about Yahweh on it.
But he that heareth reproof getteth understanding.
That's right, get it understanding. Okay. Let's see. I think Ecclesiastes. Yeah. Okay, this me right here, y'all. Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 16. This me all day right here. Ecclesiastes 9 and 16.
Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 16. Then said I, wisdom is better than strength.
Wisdom is better than being strong. I'd rather have a brain than to be lift 800 pounds. Wisdom is better than being strong.
Nevertheless, the poor man's wisdom is despised.
The poor man wisdom is despised. My wisdom is despised. They don't want to hear me. That's a few people on here today. Because they ain't trying to hear what I got to say. I'm despised because I'm poor.
And his words are not heard.
And my word, I'm talking about Yahweh only. And they don't want to hear it. These people don't know my words is despised. Because I'm talking about Yahweh only. Read that again. This is me all day.
And I, wisdom is better than strength.
Wisdom better than strength.
Nevertheless, the poor man's wisdom is despised.
My wisdom is despised. I don't know what I'm talking about. He this and he that throw me under the bus like I'm a dummy. Oh, he don't know what he talking about. Yahweh ain't sending him and this, that, and the other. My words are despised.
And his words are not heard.
And they don't want to hear me. They want to listen to TDJ, Creflo Dollar, the Pope of Rome, everybody's lying. They want to listen to all liars.
The words of wise.
That's all I need. Let's see. Oh, that's okay, yeah. Before I do that, I want to go to Psalms 120. Let them know. I'm gonna back that up with it. Let me show y'all that my words ain't heard. Don't want to be heard. They don't want to hear me. Okay. 120 and start at the 7th verse.
Psalms chapter 120, verse 7. I am for peace.
I come in peace.
But when I speak, they are for war.
Well, every time I speak, they get mad at me. They want some war. Okay, now go to Jeremiah 5 and 14. Jeremiah 5 and 14.
Jeremiah chapter 5, verse 14. Wherefore thus saith Yahweh Elohim of hosts, because ye speak this word.
Because I'm talking about Yahweh. I'm speaking Yahweh word.
Behold, I will make my words in thy mouth fire.
Yahweh making the words in my mouth fire. Because they his word, he going to make them fire.
And this people wood.
And the people going to be wood.
And it shall devour them.
And it's going to burn them up. They can't stand the truth. It's going to burn them up. That's all I needed with that verse. Okay, now go to Amos. Amos, I think it is. Let me see. Amos 5, chapter 5. And there's me right here again. Amos 5 and 10.
Amos chapter 5, verse 10. They hate him that rebuketh in the gate.
They hate the one that rebuke in the gate like me.
And they abhor him that speaketh uprightly.
They gonna hate everybody that's telling the truth. People that's telling the truth and popcorn gonna be hated by everybody. Now read it again.
They hate him that rebuketh in the gate, and they abhor him that speaketh uprightly.
They gonna hate the one that's speaking uprightly. When I speak uprightly, these people hate me. Now let's go to Isaiah. Isaiah 5. Let me see. Yeah, chapter 5. Yeah, Isaiah chapter 5, verse 20.
Isaiah chapter 5, verse 20. Woe unto them that call evil good.
Woe unto the people that call evil good.
And good evil.
And good evil, reverse it.
that put darkness for light
put darkness for light
and light for darkness,
and light for darkness,
that put bitter for sweet
bitter for sweet,
and sweet for bitter. Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes.
People is wise in their own eyes. They ain't never read the Bible in their life, but they want to debate you and tell you what about it. Ain't never read about Jeremiah, Ezekiel, and Moses, but they want to argue and debate you. They don't know nothing. Dumb as a box of rocks. Read.
And prudent in their own sight.
And wise in their own sight. Think they know everything.
Woe unto them that are mighty to drink wine.
Trouble. Woe means trouble, y'all.
And men of strength to mingle strong drink.
That's right. You're going to be in trouble drinking.
Which justifies the wicked for reward.
Everybody justifying the wicked for reward. Everybody on the wicked side. The righteous ain't got no follow.
And taketh away the righteousness of the righteous from him.
And take away the righteous for the righteous of him. Here go a righteous man. Ain't nobody studying him, but everybody following the wicked man. Wicked man got millions and billions of dollars. They want to ride with him because he got more than the poor man. Poor man word ain't heard. Remember what Ecclesiastes said. Read.
Therefore, as the fire devoureth the stubble, and the flame consuming the chaff, so their roots shall be as rottenness, and their blossoms shall go up as dust, because they have cast away the law of Yahweh.
Because they have cast away the law of Yahweh
of hosts, and despised the word of the Holy One of Israel.
And they despise the Holy One of Israel. They despise Yahweh.
Therefore is the anger of Yahweh kindled against his people, and he hath stretched forth his hand against them, and hath smitten them,
and knocked their head off.
And the hills did tremble, and their carcasses were torn in the midst of the streets. For all this his anger is not turned away.
All of what we did to Yahweh, spit in his face, complain, and disrespecting and despise Yahweh, he's still giving you a chance. Read.
But his hand is stretched out still.
His hand still stretched out, begging his people to serve him. Okay, let's start all over with that 25. After all you done did to Yahweh, he still allowed you a second chance.
Therefore is the anger of Yahweh kindled against his people.
He gonna knock your head off. He gonna whoop you and chastise you.
And he hath stretched forth his hand against them.
And he have whooped us.
And have smitten them.
It's whooped us, knocked our head off.
And the hills did tremble, and their carcasses were torn in the midst of the streets. For all this his anger is not turned away.
I ain't not turned away.
But his hand is stretched out still.
And his hand is still stretched out still. Okay, that's all I needed. Okay. Let's go to Isaiah 30. Isaiah 30 and 9.
Isaiah chapter 30, verse 9. That this is a rebellious people.
That this is rebellious people. Talking about us, the black folks.
Lying children.
Lying children. Love to lie.
Children that will not hear the law of Yahweh.
They ain't going to hear the law of Yahweh. They're going to talk about we can't keep the law. The law been did away with. All these lying excuses. They don't want to hear nothing about that. Read.
Which say to the seers.
Which say to the leaders.
See not. And to the prophets. Prophesy not unto us right things.
Don't tell us the truth.
Speak unto us smooth things.
Tell us something easy to do. All we got to do is be baptized. All we got to do is believe in Yahshua. All we got to do is wear a cross. All we got to do is do everything that Yahweh say don't do. Tell us some smooth thing. Tell us a lie. Something that's easy. We won't hear about no laws, commandments, statutes, what Yahweh really said do. Don't tell us that. Tell us something easy. All we got to do is go to church every Sunday, give pimp 10% of our money, and we're going to be saved. All we got to do is believe in him, and we're going to be saved. All we got to do is do this and do that what the church said we're going to be saved. Don't tell us a lie.
Prophesy deceits.
Tell us a lie.
Get you
trick us. Deceit means trick us. Don't tell us the truth. We don't want to hear what Yahuwah is saying. We want to listen to what T.D. Jakes, Club Dollar Joe Osteen saying. Because they telling us some smooth thing. See, the stuff I'm telling ain't smooth. It's like drinking vinegar.
Get you out of the way.
Get you out of the way.
Turn aside out of the path. Cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us. Wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word,
Because you despise Yahweh's word,
and trust in oppression and perverseness,
right? You trust in that,
and stay thereon. Therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh at an instant. And he shall break it as the breaking of a pottle that is broken in pieces. He shall not spare, so that there shall not be found in the bursting of it a sure to take fire from the hearth, or to take water with all out of the pit. For thus saith Yahweh Elohim, the Holy One of Israel, in returning and rest shall ye be saved, in quietness and in confidence shall be your strength, and ye would not. But ye said, No, for we will flee upon horses, therefore shall ye flee, and we will ride upon the swift, therefore shall they that pursue you be swift. 1,000 shall flee at the rebuke of one, at the rebuke of 5 shall ye flee, till ye be left as a beacon upon the top of a mountain, and as an ensign on a hill. And therefore will Yahweh wait, that he may be gracious unto you, and therefore will he be exalted, that he may have mercy upon you. For Yahweh is a Elohim of judgment. Blessed are all they that wait for him.
That's right. All them that wait on him. Okay, let's go to Jeremiah. Jeremiah 23. I'm going to start the first verse.
Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 1. Woe be unto the pastures that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture.
Now, hold it. Woe means trouble. He talking to the preachers only. He ain't talking about nobody but the preachers. Say trouble to the preachers that destroy and scatter my sheep and my pastures. Watch this.
Saith Yahweh.
Yahweh said it.
Therefore, thus saith Yahweh Elohim of Israel against the pastors that feed my people.
Against the preachers that feed his people, that means tell them lies. They ain't telling the truth. You feed them lies.
Ye have scattered my flock and driven them away.
You have scattered them. You have went from Baptist, Catholic, Presbyterian, Jehovah's Witness, Mormon, and everything, and all religion. You have scattered them with this religious junk.
And have not visited them.
And you ain't went back and told my people the truth. That ain't no such thing as JC, ain't no such thing as the New Testament, ain't no such thing as Christianity, ain't no such thing as religion, Baptist or Methodist. None of that. You ain't went back and told them that.
Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doings.
I'm going to visit up on the evil of your doing. I'm going to knock your head off because you ain't went back and told my people the truth.
Saith Yahweh.
Yahweh said it.
And I will gather the remnant of my flock out of all countries, whether I have driven them.
He going to gather the remnant. He didn't say he going to gather everybody, all the people. He said a remnant. Look up the word remnant. He said he going to gather the remnant. It don't sound like no everybody to me.
Remnant. What is left over?
What's left over? After the Almighty destroyed everybody, what's left over he gonna get? The leftovers.
As a piece of cloth at the end of a bolt.
At the end of a boat. Some the small. Remnant is some of the small. Now read, they say I'm gonna what? Number 3 say he gonna what?
And I will gather the remnant of my flock out of all countries, whether I have driven them.
Now, a small amount of people going back out of all the countries where he had put us.
And will bring them again to their folds.
And going to take us back to Jerusalem, to our home.
And they shall be fruitful and increase.
That's right. We're going to have plenty of children.
And I will set up shepherds over them, which shall feed them.
He gonna set up shepherds like Moses, Isaiah, Ezekiel, the prophets, Malachi. He gonna set up prophets like them to teach us the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. He ain't set up nobody in the United States. Read.
And they shall fear no more,
And we ain't gonna be scared no more.
nor be dismayed.
You ain't gonna be feared, dismayed. You're gonna be scared. You ain't gonna fear no more.
Neither shall they be lacking.
You ain't gonna be broke no more. Right now, you ain't got two nickels to rub together. You can't pay your cell phone bill. You need gas in your car. You can't even do that. You ain't gonna be broke no more.
Saith Yahweh.
Yahweh said it. The remnant ain't gonna be broke no more.
Behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, thou will raise unto David a righteous branch.
I'm gonna raise unto David a righteous branch. Not nobody in the New Testament. I'm gonna raise unto David a righteous branch.
And kings shall reign and prosper.
And King David gonna reign and prosper.
And shall execute judgment and justice in the earth.
That's what he gonna do. Execute.
In his days Judah shall be saved.
Judah gonna be saved.
And Israel shall dwell safely.
And Israel gonna dwell safely. Talking about that remnant.
And this is his name whereby he shall be called Yahweh our righteousness.
That's right. Yahweh is our righteousness.
Therefore, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that they shall no more say, Yahweh liveth, which brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt, but Yahweh liveth, which brought up and which led the seed of the house of Israel out of the north country.
Out of the north countries.
And from all countries
and from all countries, not Egypt. He's talking about all countries.
Had driven them, and they shall dwell in their own land.
And we're going to go back to our own land.
My heart within me is broken because of the prophets. All my bones shake. I am like a drunken man, and like a man whom wine has overcome, because of Yahweh, and because of the words of his holiness. For the land is full of adulterers.
Land full of adulterers.
For because of swearing the land mourneth, the pleasant places of the wilderness are dried up, and their course is evil, and their force is not right. For both prophet and priest are profane, yea, in my house have I found their wickedness, saith Yahweh. Wherefore their way shall be unto them as slippery ways in darkness. They shall be driven on and fall therein. For I will bring evil upon them.
Yahweh said, I'm going to bring evil upon them.
Even the year of their visitation, saith Yahweh. And I have seen folly in the prophets of Samaria. They prophesied in false deity,
Christianity,
and caused my people Israel to err.
and caused my people to believe in a lie.
I have seen also in the province of Jerusalem a horrible thing.
A horrible thing.
They commit adultery.
They commit adultery.
And walk in lies.
Walk in the New Testament, lies.
They strengthen also the hands of evildoers.
They on the evildoer side. They ain't on the righteous side. They strengthen the hand of the evildoers. They put the evildoers in office and want the righteous out the way.
That none doeth return from his wickedness. They are all of them unto me as Sodom, and the inhabitants thereof as Gomorrah.
You just like Sodom and Gomorrah. The Almighty say he burn them up.
Therefore thus saith Yahweh of hosts concerning the prophets, behold, I will feed them with wormwood, and make them drink the water of gall. For from the province of Jerusalem is profaneness gone forth into all the land. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, hearken not unto the words of the prophets that prophesy unto you.
Don't listen to these jack-leg preachers.
They make you vain.
They make you vain.
They speak a vision of their own heart.
They talk about something that's in their own heart. Yahweh ain't saying nothing. They talk about something in their own heart.
And not out of the mouth of Yahweh.
And they ain't popping corn talking about Yahweh. They ain't telling you what thus said Yahweh. They talking about something in their own heart. These preachers be telling not what Yahweh said, but what they think.
Say still unto them that despise me, Yahweh have said, ye shall have peace. And they say unto everyone that walketh after the imagination of his own heart.
And walking the imagination of his own heart, not Yahweh's own heart.
No evil shall come upon you.
That's what they think.
For who have stood in the counsel of Yahweh and have perceived and heard his word? Who have marked his word and heard it? Behold, a whirlwind of Yahweh is going forth in fury, even a grievous whirlwind. It shall fall grievously upon the head of the wicked.
Up on the head of the wicked. That's when I be saying, knock that wicked head off. That's when I be reading right there, knock the head off. Read that again. Behold.
Behold, a whirlwind of Yahweh is going forth in fury.
Going forth in fury, destruction.
Even a grievous whirlwind.
Even a grievous whirl, that weather.
It shall fall grievously upon the head of the wicked.
It's going to only get the head of the wicked. It ain't going to get the righteous. He going to spare the righteous. When they tree fall in your house and kill everybody in, that's the wicked. When the tornado come through, hurricane, mudslide, earthquake, flood, drought, anything dealing with that weather, if you die in it, that means you was the wicked. Now read it again, because Almighty popping corn.
Behold, a whirlwind of Yahweh is going forth in fury.
Yahweh doing this.
Even a grievous whirlwind.
Grievous whirlwind.
It shall fall grievously upon the head of the wicked.
It said it's going to only fall up on the head of the wicked. So if you get killed in a storm or something happen to you with that weather outside, that means you the head of the wicked. Read.
The anger of Yahweh shall not return.
They don't return.
Until he have executed.
Till he have executed.
Until he have performed the thoughts of his heart.
Till he have poured the thoughts of his heart. That means kill.
And the latter days ye shall consider it perfectly.
Okay, that's what I needed. Now, go to Isaiah 10 and so much about the remnant. That only the remnant going to be saved. Not the whole world, not everybody. I want you to go to Isaiah chapter 10, verse 21. Isaiah 10 and 21.
Isaiah chapter 10, verse 21. The remnant shall return, even the remnant of Jacob, unto the mighty Elohim. For though thy people Israel be as the sand of the sea.
Okay,
yet...
but I just want the one verse. 21. Okay, you read that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I needed with that 21 verse. Let's go to Ezekiel. Ezekiel 20. Let me see where I'm going to start. Oh, yeah. Ezekiel 20. Let's start at the 11th verse.
Ezekiel chapter 20, verse 11. And I gave them my statutes and showed them my judgments.
Yahweh said, I gave them my statute and showed them my judgment.
Which if a man do, he shall even live in them.
You're going to live in them.
Moreover, also I gave them my Sabbaths.
Yahweh said, gave us Sabbaths.
To be a sign between me and them.
That's how you going to know that you're serving the true Yahweh, by keeping that Sabbath.
That they might know that I am Yahweh that sanctified them.
That's how you going to know that our God gave us a true Sabbath. That's how you going to know.
But the house of Israel against me in the wilderness.
But we rebelled against Yahweh in the wilderness.
Walk not in my statutes.
Didn't walk in Yahweh's statutes.
And they despise my judgments.
And they despise Yahweh's judgment. They despise them right now today. They despise them way back in the world. They despise them now.
Which if a man do, he shall even live in them. And my Sabbaths they greatly polluted.
Greatly polluted. Don't never want to keep their Sabbath.
Then I said, I will pour out my fury upon them in the wilderness.
Then I'm going to knock some heads off. So you don't want to keep my Sabbath, I'm going to knock your head off.
To consume them.
Okay. Look up consume. What do consume mean? I ain't got it marked. You got to find it. Consume. C-O-N. Consume. C-O-N-S. Consume. Yeah, consume. CONSU.
Consume, to destroy,
To destroy.
as by fire, to
Yeah, just to destroy. So now let's go back and see how he gonna destroy.
but I wrought for my name's sake.
No. Because you're gonna destroy him. Let me see. What verse read?
I just finished 13.
Okay, let me see. You will start over 13.
But the house of Israel rebelled against me in the wilderness.
Didn't want to have nothing to do with him.
They walked not in my statutes.
Talking to Christianity right now.
And their judgments.
And they despise Yahweh judgment. They despise Yahweh. So when you Yahweh, you despise his judgment also. Same thing. If you despise Yahweh judgment, you despise him. If you despise him, you despise his judgment. Same thing. Read.
Which if a man do, he shall even live in them.
Well, let me show you what's going to happen to you while you despising Yahweh statute. Let's see what's going to happen to you.
And my Sabbaths they greatly polluted.
And Yahweh's Sabbath you greatly polluted. You ain't studying the Sabbath. You treat the Sabbath just like it's a Sunday or Wednesday or Friday.
Then I said, I will pour out my fury upon them in the wilderness.
I'm going to pour out my fury among them in the wilderness.
To consume them.
To consume them. That means to destroy them. Read.
But I wrought for my name's sake, they should not be polluted before the heathen, in whose sight I brought them out. Yet also I lifted up my hand unto them in the wilderness, that I would not bring them into the land which I had given them.
I ain't going to do it.
Flowing with milk and honey, which is the glory of all lands.
Now, what is the glory of all? They ain't talking about Israel, Jerusalem over there.
Because they despise my judgments.
Because the people despise Yahweh's judgment.
And walk not in my statutes.
And didn't do none of Yahweh's statutes. Leviticus chapter 20 tells you about all his statutes. Well, some of them anyway. Not all of them, but some of them.
But polluted my Sabbaths.
Polluted his Sabbath. Didn't keep his Sabbath. They did what they wanted to do.
For their heart went after their idols.
Their heart went after money, dope, in Christianity, anything that you love. Just what your heart went after. A job.
Nevertheless, my eye spared them from destroying them.
Yahweh said, I still had mercy on you. I still woke you up to go to break his Sabbath. He'll wake you up to go break the Sabbath.
Neither did I make an end of them in the wilderness, but I said unto their children in the wilderness, walk ye not in the statutes of your fathers.
Don't do like your forefathers did, but they hated me.
Neither observe their judgments.
Don't observe their judgment, because that's a lie.
Nor defile yourselves with their idols.
Don't Christianity, church, and jump.
I am Yahweh your Elohim. Walk in my statutes.
Walk in my statute, not your grandmama and your great-grandmama's statute. Yahweh said, walk in my statute. Don't listen to your grandmama and them, because they didn't know right from wrong. Don't listen to your granddad. He didn't know right from wrong. They just only knew what the heathen taught them. The only thing they knew was about Christianity and JC. Don't listen to that. Yahweh said, my statute. Read that again.
I am Yahweh your Elohim. Walk in my statutes.
Walk in my statutes.
And keep my judgment.
And keep my judgment.
And do them.
And do them.
And hallow my Sabbaths.
And hallow my Sabbaths.
And they shall be a sign between me and you.
And when you keep Yahweh's Sabbath, that's a sign between you and him. That's how you know that you serving the true and living God, because that's going to be a sign between you and the Almighty Yah. That's a sign that he just told you. When you keep my Sabbath, that's a sign. And if you ain't keeping the Sabbath, you ain't got the sign. You ain't the remnant. You ain't worth 2 dead flies. Read it again.
And hallow my Sabbaths, and they shall be a sign between me and you.
Me and you.
That ye may know that I am Yahweh your Elohim.
That you gonna know. You ain't gonna believe. You ain't gonna think. You ain't gonna guess. You gonna know that you serving the true and living God, the true and living Yahweh. You gonna know this. He said, when you keep my Sabbath, you know. Read.
Notwithstanding the children rebelled against me.
They didn't do it.
They walked not in my statutes.
They didn't walk in none of Yahweh's statutes.
Neither kept my judgments
They-
to do them.
They don't keep Yahweh's judgment to do them right now today. They don't keep his statute. They don't keep nothing.
Which if a man do, he shall even live in them.
That's right.
They polluted my Sabbaths.
Right now today, they polluting Yahweh's Sabbath. They ain't keeping no Sabbath. They capping.
Then I said, I will pour out my fury upon them.
Then I'm going to knock your head off. Just know you're going to pay for not obeying Yahweh. Just know you're going to pay when you despise Yahweh. Just know you got to pay. They coming. You're going to get shot, stabbed, killed, 100 years, all kind of stuff go with Yahweh going to do to you. I ain't got to tell you. You're going to pay for not obeying Yahweh. So let me read that again. Read 21 again.
Notwithstanding, the children rebelled against me.
They didn't do what Yahweh say do, but they listen to everybody else.
They walked not in my statutes.
They didn't keep Yahweh's statute.
Neither kept my judgments to do them.
They don't keep Yahweh's judgment to do them. They talk about them, but they ain't about them. They don't do it. They just talk. Read.
Which if a man do, he shall even live in them.
If a man do, he gonna live in them. I mean, he gonna be blessed and not cursed.
They polluted my Sabbaths.
They polluted the Sabbath. They didn't keep it.
Then I said, I will pour out my fury upon them to accomplish my anger against them in the wilderness. Nevertheless, I withdrew my hand and wrought for my name's sake, that it should not be polluted in the sight of the heathen.
That it should not be polluted inside the heathen.
And whose sight I brought them forth. I lifted up my hand unto them also in the wilderness, that I will scatter them among the heathen.
Scatter us among the heathen.
And disperse them through the countries.
And that's what he did.
Because they had not executed my judgments.
Because we didn't execute Yahweh's judgment.
But had despised my statutes.
But dislike Yahweh's statute. Don't like him. Don't like Yahweh or his statute.
And had polluted my Sabbaths.
And this Sabbath always go with them statutes right there.
And their eyes were after their fathers' idols.
And their eyes was on everything but Yah.
Wherefore I gave them also statutes that were not good.
I gave you the New Testament. I gave you a Quran. I let y'all do that because that's what you want to do. So I gave you the New Testament, but it ain't good for you. Y'all would say, I gave it to you, but it ain't no good.
And judgments whereby they should not live.
And judgment that you ain't got no business living by. That's right. That's all I need right there. Let's go to Amos. Amos 2 and 4.
Amos chapter 2 verse 4. Thus saith Yahweh, for 3 transgressions of Judah, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof.
I ain't gonna turn away the punishment. You're gonna get a whooping.
Because they have despised the law of Yahweh.
And the reason why he's gonna whoop us because we despise the law of Yahweh, don't like Yahweh law.
And have not kept his commandments.
And you don't keep his commandment, that's when he's gonna spank you, knock your head off.
And their lies caused them to err.
And your lies cause you to err. You talking about you got to go through JC to get to God. He came 2,000 years ago and died for your sin. He God's son. Your lies gonna cause you to err. You got to have the New Testament. It go with the Old Testament. Your lies cause you to err.
After the which their fathers have walked.
That's right. That's all I read the nigga with that. Let me go to now let me show them who the haters is. Go to Psalms 81 and show them who the haters is. Did y'all know Yahweh got haters? Let me show y'all that the Most High Yahweh got haters. You think you got haters? No, the Almighty got haters too. I think it's Psalms. I say Psalms 81. Let me see. Yeah, Psalms 81 in the 15th verse. Hold on. Hold on. No, let me start at the Let's go to 81 and 11. 81 and 11.
Psalms chapter 81, verse 11. But my people would not hearken to my voice.
He said Israel would not listen to his voice, and he right.
And Israel would not of me.
And don't want no pause of Yahweh, because I'm talking about Yahweh today, and ain't but 8 or 9 people watching today. They don't want no pause of Yahweh and don't want no pause of me. Read.
So I gave them up unto their own heart's lust.
I gave them what they wanted. They lusted after Christianity. I gave it to them. They lusted after all this junk. I give it to you.
And they walked in their own counsel.
And they walked in their own counsel. They celebrate every pagan holiday on earth. They eat pork chops, catfish, shrimp, lobster, oysters, crab tail.
Oh, that my people had hearkened
to me.
And Israel had walked in my way.
Man, Israelites in America had walked in
Enemies.
I would have knocked your enemy's head off. You wouldn't have did an hour in jail. You wouldn't have got shot. You wouldn't have got stabbed. You wouldn't have gotten the cancer, diabetes. You wouldn't have got none of that.
And turned my hand against their adversaries.
And I would have turned my head against your adversary. I would have protected you. That's what Yahweh's saying.
The haters of Yahweh should have submitted themselves unto him.
The haters of Yahweh. Yahweh got haters just like y'all do. That's like we do. The haters of Yahweh say what?
But their time should have endured forever.
No, read that 15 again. I want them to know that Yahweh got haters.
The haters of Yahweh should have submitted themselves unto him.
The haters of Yahweh should have submitted themselves before Yah.
But their time should have endured forever.
It would endure forever.
He should have fed them also with the finest of the wheat, and with honey out of the rock should I have satisfied thee.
That's right. Now, that's the haters. Now, go to Deuteronomy 32. So, Yahweh got plenty of haters, y'all. Don't never forget that. All you got to do is look at your family members, your friends, your enemies, in the whole world. There's a lot of haters out there that hate Yahweh. They say they don't, they'll lie. Only people that love Yahweh is the remnant. And you know what? The remnant ain't going to do what everybody else do. When you see somebody doing what everybody else do, they ain't know the remnant. 32 and start at 39.
Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 39. See now that I, even I, am he, and there is no God with me.
Yahweh say, ain't no God with me.
I kill.
Yahweh say, I kill.
And I make alive.
And I make alive.
I wound.
I wound.
And I heal.
I'm the one heal you. Yahweh popping it.
Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand.
Can't nobody escape the wrath of Yahweh. And he ready to kill you or knock your head off, make something bad, wrong happen to you. You can't get away.
For I lift up my hand to heaven.
Yahweh said, I lift up my hand to heaven.
And say, I live forever.
And Yahweh lived forever. JC didn't live for 33 years. So he couldn't be God.
If I whet my glittering sword.
If I whet my glittering sword, y'all nobody gonna know what to do with a sword.
And my hand take hold on judgment.
And Yahweh hand take on the judgment.
I will render vengeance to my enemies.
Yahweh say, I got enemies too. I'm gonna knock my enemies' head off. He got haters and he got enemies.
And will reward them that hate me.
And Yahweh said, I'm gonna reward the people that hate him. Everybody that hate Yahweh gonna get their head knocked off.
I will make my arrows drunk with blood, and my sword shall devour flesh.
Devour flesh.
And that with the blood of the slain and of the captives, from the beginning of revengeance upon the enemy. Rejoice, O ye nations.
Okay, that's all I needed. In other words, Yahweh got enemies and he got haters. And they despise Yahweh. So now I'm ready for comment and question. Do anybody have any comment or question? Shabbat Shalom, Yah son. Shabbat Shalom, Terapet, Peter, Zamek. Any comment or question about the subject? These people despise Yahweh. They say they love him, they'll lie. If you despise Yahweh laws, commandments, statute, precept, and judgment, that means you you dislike him. You can't like Yahweh and not like his laws. His laws and him go together. Any comment or question? Okay, Ron Tor say go to Ezekiel 8 and 11.
Ezekiel chapter 8.
No, he's Ecclesiastes. I said Ecclesiastes. Chapter 8 and 11. Ron Tor, Ecclesiastes.
Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 11.
He said he changed to 11 and 13. No. Oh, he said both of them. Go and read 8 and 11. Ecclesiastes 8 and 11, yeah.
Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 11. Because sentence against an evil work is executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil.
It's setting them to do evil. That's right, absolutely. In their heart. And he said Ecclesiastes 11 and 13. You're absolutely right, to
11 and 13. 13.
I guess it means 11 through 13. Go back to that 11 through 13. It might do it go through. It just got the 11 verse. Go through 13.
Maybe go to 13.
Yeah, that's what he means. 11 through 13.
Though a sinner do evil 100 times, and his ways be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear Elohim, which fear before him. But it shall not be well with the wicked, neither shall he prolong his days, which are as a shadow, because he feared not before his Elohim.
That's right. He gonna get his head knocked off. I don't care if he live to get 100 years old. Almighty still gonna chastise him and break it off in him. That's right. Everybody's days is numbered. That's cool, Ron Tor. Anybody else have any comment or question about the despise Yahweh? The people despise Yahweh. All these people don't want to hear this kind of. They want some sugar, some spice. Gotta ain't get no sugar here. Ain't gonna give you no sugar. I'll stop teaching before I give you some sugar. Can't sugarcoat it. Okay, Genesis 8 and 21. Ron Tor. Genesis 8 and 21.
Genesis chapter 8, verse 21. And Yahweh smelled a sweet Savior, and Yahweh said in his heart, I will not again curse the ground any more for man's sake, for the imagination of man's heart is evil from his youth. Neither will I again smite any more everything living as I have done.
Right, he talking about with the flood. Yeah, he talking about the flood. That's right. He ain't gonna destroy the world with the flood no more. That's when he made that rainbow in the sky. To let you know every time you seen that rainbow, that's a covenant and a promise that I ain't gonna destroy the earth with water no more. That's right, Ron Tor. What a flood. Mm-hmm. Anybody else got any comment or question? Anybody else got any comment or question about the subject? Okay, Ron Tor said go to Jeremiah 5, 7 through 9. Jeremiah 5. Teach. Okay, let me see. Joel Gladys. In the Old Testament, sent others to gather us out of those captivities and over in our land where we gather us from. Let me see. Hold on. Let him read it. Then let me go and read that first. Because he was first.
Jeremiah chapter 5, verse 7
through 9.
How shall I pardon thee for this? Thy children have forsaken me and sworn by them that are no gods. When I had fed them to the full, they then committed adultery and assembled themselves by troops in the harlots' houses.
Talking about the churches. That's right.
They were as fed horses in the morning. Everyone neighed after his neighbor's wife. Shall I not visit for these things, saith Yahweh? And shall not my soul be avenged on such a nation as this?
That's right. That talking about gonna get the head knocked off for going to church. That's what it's talking about. Okay, George got to say, teaching the Old Testament, the Almighty sent others to gather us out of those captivity and over in our land. Over in our land. Who will gather us from over here? Let me see. She want to know who gonna gather us from the United States. Gather. Okay, let me see. Let me find something on that real quick. Go to Ezekiel chapter 20 and Ezekiel chapter 20, start the 33 verse. This for Jewel Gladys.
Ezekiel chapter 20, verse 33. As I live, saith Yahweh Elohim, surely with a mighty hand and with a stretched out arm and with fear pour out, will I rule over you.
Yahweh said, I'm going to rule over you.
And I will bring you out from the people.
And Yahweh said, I'm going to bring you out from the people.
And will gather you out of the countries wherein ye are scattered.
And I'm going to gather you out of all the countries where you are scattered.
With a mighty hand.
I'm going to do it with a mighty hand.
And with a stretched out arm.
And with arm stretched out.
And with fury poured out.
And with fury poured out.
And I will bring you into the wilderness of the people.
Now, this ain't happened yet. He going to bring us in the wilderness of the people. That's what he going to do. We going to do it. Going to bring us from all the other places. We're going to the wilderness.
And there will I plead with you face to face.
And Yahweh said, I'm going to plead with you face to face.
Like as I pleaded with your fathers in the wilderness of the land of Egypt.
Just like I did before in Egypt, I'm going to do it again. This ain't happened yet. This is a future event. Yahweh said, I did it in Egypt once, and now I'm going to do it twice, a second time. Read.
So will I plead with you.
I'm going to do the same thing with like I did in Egypt, but I'm going to do it. It's going to be more miraculous this time.
Saith Yahweh Elohim.
Yahweh said it.
I will cause you to pass under the rod.
I'm going to cause you to pass under the rod.
I will bring you into the bond of the covenant.
And I'm going to bring you into the bond of the covenant.
And I will purge out from among you the rebels.
What are the rebels? The disbelievers, the ones that hate Yahweh. I'm gonna get rid of everybody that hate Yahweh.
And them that transgress against me.
And all the ones that trans against Yahweh, I'm gonna get rid of all of them.
I will bring them forth out of the country where they sojourn.
He gonna bring us out of the country where we dwelling at, all over the world.
And they shall not enter into the land of Israel.
And they ain't gonna enter into the land. The rebels ain't gonna enter into the land of Israel.
And ye shall know that I am Yahweh.
And you shall know that Yahweh did it. That's right. Right. That's all I needed. Let me see. if I got some more on there. So Yahweh said he gonna do it, sister. Yep, Yahweh gonna do it. Okay, go to Ezekiel 36 and start at the 24, 36 and 24.
Ezekiel chapter 36, verse 24. For I will take you from among the heathen.
He gonna take us from among the Gentile, the heathen,
and gather you out of all countries,
and gather us out of all countries,
and will bring you into your own land.
And we're going back to our own land.
Then will I sprinkle clean water upon you.
When we get to our own land, gonna sprinkle clean water upon us.
Ye shall be clean.
You should be clean.
From all your filthiness and from all your idols will I cleanse you.
Yahweh said, I gonna cleanse you. He talking.
A new heart also will I give you.
Yahweh said he gonna give us a new heart. This heart we got now ain't worth two dead flies. He gonna give us a new heart.
And a new spirit will I put within you.
And we're gonna have a whole new spirit. The spirit we got now ain't nothing.
And I will take away the stony heart out of your flesh.
Yahweh said, I'm gonna take away the stony heart out of your flesh.
And I will give you a heart of flesh.
And Yahweh gonna give us another heart of flesh.
And I will put my spirit within you.
Yahweh said, I'm gonna put my spirit in you.
And cause you to walk in my statutes.
And I'm gonna make you walk in my statutes. Cause you to walk in my statutes.
And ye shall keep my judgments and do them.
And do them.
And ye shall dwell in the land that I gave to your fathers.
And we're going to dwell in the land that he gave our forefather, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
And ye shall be my people.
And we're going to be his people.
And I will be your Elohim.
And he going to be our God. Praise the mighty Yah. Okay, when the sound of our teachers are lost in, let me see. Wow. And some of our teachers are lost in the salts for teaching somebody else is coming to redeem us. Well, I don't know. I can't answer that why they, but all I can do is show you what the book say. I know one thing, the Most High gonna do it, and King David gonna be the Messiah. Yahweh gonna be the God, and King David gonna be the Messiah, according to the scripture. Yep. Yep. All I can do is teach what the book say. I ain't gonna add and ain't gonna take away. That's what I ain't gonna do. This is what I ain't gonna do right here. Go to Deuteronomy chapter 4. This is what I ain't gonna do right here. Deuteronomy 4:1.
Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 1. Now therefore hearken, O Israel, unto the statutes and unto the judgments which I teach you, for to do them, that ye may live, and go in and possess the land which Yahweh Elohim of your fathers giveth you. Ye shall not add unto the word which I command you.
I ain't gonna add nothing to the book.
neither shall ye diminish aught from it,
And they ain't gonna take away nothing from the book.
that ye may keep the commandments of Yahweh your Elohim, which I command you.
That's all I needed. You ain't supposed to add to this book or take away from it. It say what it mean what it say. That's all I can teach, is what the book say. Yeah. They kind of quiet, Drew Gladdy and Ron too. Everybody kind of quiet and laid back today. I guess they sleeping tired from last night, from whatever they was doing. Everybody tired from last night, huh? Yeah. I appreciate that, Drew Glad. I appreciate that. Yeah, yeah. But most of our people, they rebellious and stiff-necked and hard-headed. They don't want to learn the truth. You know, but when the Almighty start breaking it off in them, then they want some sympathy and want Yahweh to, he say he ain't studying. Yahweh say you ain't studying. When you get in trouble, he ain't studying. Because he definitely gonna send that trouble. Yeah. Yeah. Anybody else have any comment or question? Anybody got any comment or question about the subject? Let me see. She said, how can someone teach over 30 years and not know the truth? Well, a lot of people know the truth. They just trying to get paid. The days of destruction. Okay, I'll try to have a class on that next week. You're right, Leash. Yeah, because the Most High, the Most High, he handpick his people. Let me show y'all something right quick. This is the answer to that. See, everybody can't be chosen. Let me show you that the Most High. Go to Exodus 9. I'm gonna talk about. Oh, because they probably because they believe in the New Testament too. If they believe in the New Testament, the Most High ain't dealing with them no way. Okay, Israelite teachers, because I know a lot of they call Messianic teachers. They Messianic. They teach they believe in the Messianic scriptures, what they call it, which is in the New Testament. And, the Most High ain't never raised no Messianic up to do nothing. Let me show you that the Most High only picks up. Go to start the first verse. 9 and 13.
Exodus chapter 9, verse 13.
Now this is Yahweh talking.
And Yahweh said to Moses,
Yahweh said unto Moses,
rise up early in the morning.
Rise up early in the morning.
And stand before Pharaoh.
And you go stand before Pharaoh.
And say to him,
and this what you tell Pharaoh.
Thus saith Yahweh Elohim of the Hebrews.
See, when you talk, you're supposed to be saying, thus said Yah. Not nobody else. Thus said Yah. If he ain't coming in the name of thus said Yahweh, he a false prophet. Read.
Let my people go,
The God of the Hebrew, let my people go. Read.
that they may serve me. For I will at this time send all my plagues upon thy heart, and upon thy servants, and upon thy people, that thou mayest know that there is none like me in all the earth.
That's right.
For now I will stretch out my hand, that I may smite thee and thy people with pestilence, and thou shalt be cut off from the earth.
Now this is the verse I want, 16. Now watch what he tell Moses.
And in very deed for this cause have I raised thee up.
I raised Moses up. I didn't raise John up, Paul up, Peter up, JC up. I raised Moses up.
For to show in thee my power.
To showing Moses my power. I raised Moses up for this job, to showing thee my power.
And that my name may be declared throughout all the earth.
Because Yahweh is only, Moses only talking about Yahweh. Now go to Jeremiah. Let me show you somebody else he raised up. He didn't raise nobody up in no New Testament. Let me show you. I'm going to show you what the book say. Let's see who else he raised up. Go to Jeremiah 1 and 4.
Jeremiah chapter 1 verse 4. Then the word of Yahweh came unto me, before I formed thee in the belly I knew thee.
He said, I was formed in his belly, mama's belly. I knew thee. I didn't know Paul and John.
Out of the womb I sanctified thee.
One, I sanctified thee to be a prophet. I didn't sanctify nobody in the New Testament to be nothing. Read that again. Read. I'm going to shut up. Read.
Before I formed thee in the belly I knew thee, and before thou camest forth out of the womb I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations.
Now who ordained Jeremiah? The Almighty Yahweh ordained him a prophet. That's who said he was a prophet. Yah.
Then said I, Yahweh Elohim, behold, I cannot speak.
I'm just a baby. I can't even speak.
For I am a child.
I ain't nothing but a child.
But Yahweh said unto me, say not, I am a child.
Don't tell me you no child.
For thou shalt go to all that I shall send thee.
You gonna go to Memphis, St. Louis, Arkansas, Texas, Chicago, everywhere. I'm gonna send you.
And whatsoever I command thee, thou shalt speak.
And whatever I tell you to say, Jeremiah, when you get to St. Louis or Memphis or Chicago,
be not afraid of their faces.
Don't be mad at don't be scared of their faces.
For I am with thee to deliver thee, saith Yahweh.
I'm with you, Jeremiah, so don't be scared of nobody. When I send you to anywhere, my word, don't be scared. But it's corn here, y'all. But see, the Almighty hand picked people. He picked Jeremiah, picked Ezekiel, Isaiah, Malachi, Noah, Abraham. He picked them people. He handpicked them. That's the reason they can't teach this book, because the Almighty handpicked them. That's all I need. If he ain't picked you, he just didn't pick you. If you ain't no Torah-based Hebrew, he ain't studying you. If you try to mix Christianity and all this junk with the truth, he ain't studying you. You ain't picked by Yah. Yah ain't never told you to go to the New Testament or the Quran and read the book of the dead or the hadith. He ain't never told none of his prophets that. He ain't never told none of his kings, priests, prophets, and messengers and servants to do that. Yeah. He ain't never told Moses to go over in the New Testament and read it or do none of that. The reason why they don't know, because the Almighty ain't dealing with everybody. He handpicked his people. Hold on, it just came to me. Let me show you what he do. Amos, go to Amos. Let me show you what Yahweh do. Now, what did it say? Where's that at? Let me see. No, it's in Jeremiah. It's in Jeremiah what I'm talking about. Yeah, I was in the wrong book. Jeremiah. Okay. Go to Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 14. Get right to it. Jeremiah 3 and 14.
Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 14. Turn, O backsliding children, saith Yahweh,
Yahweh talking.
for I am married unto you.
Yahweh married us, the children of Israel.
I will take you one of a city
I just need one of y'all out the city
and two of a family,
and two of a family.
and I will bring you to Zion.
And I'm going to bring the Zion. I ain't going to get everybody because everybody don't love me. Everybody, they ain't going to do right.
And I will give you pastures according to my heart,
According to Yahweh heart, pastors, not TD Jason Club those dollars.
which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding.
We're going to popcorn and tell you the truth. That's all I needed. So Yahweh handpick his people. He don't pick everybody. He said, I get one out of the city, two out of the family, and then I'm going to bring you to Zion. Same thing with teaching this book. I get one out of New York, one out of Texas, one out of St. Louis, one out of Illinois, one out of. He don't need no 20 people. He's one. Yahweh handpick his people, and he don't pick everybody. Because everybody ain't going to do right. Everybody ain't going to listen. Everybody ain't going to be obedient. Everybody ain't going to honor and worship and praise Yah only. Dang, that's why he don't pick them. If you ain't talking about Yahweh is God and King David is the Messiah, he ain't studying you. And you are lying and the truth ain't in you. And I challenge any man, woman, or child in the world on that. Debate me on that. Yahweh first, King David second. And that's it and that's all. That's the only Messiah. According to the book. Not according to how you was raised or what you believe or what you think. Not according to that. Write that down. I'm going to talk about destruction. She said. I think I talked about it before. Yeah, it just came to me. I did talk about destruction. I talked about the destruction of America about 5 or 6 years ago. And this for Uriah Leeson. I talked about the destruction of America about 5 or 6 years ago. So look it up. It should be under my live video. I want Uriah Leeson to look up the destruction of America or United States or something like that. I forgot what it was. But I already talked about destruction. As you listen to me, sister, it's called the destruction of America or destruction of the United States. I can't remember what to say. And I want Uriah Leeson to look at that. Okay, yeah. Gabriel is okay. Man, you 3 days late, partner. Gabriel he just not getting on here. I'm finna get off. You talking about praise? Yeah, you right about praise Yah, but you 30 hours late. Boy, you a whole day late. Yeah, it's called the destruction of America, or either destruction of USA or something. I can't remember what it said. That's what you call. Yeah. You done missed the whole subject, Gabriel. Yeah, brother, I'm finna get ready to close out in a little while. Yeah. So I guess you can go back and check it out, though. Yeah, I already talked about it. The people that despise Yahweh. teach, and read my message. Okay, what is it? Message? Okay. I don't understand. Okay, y'all son go to he said go to John 4:21. Hebrew. All right, Hebrew. Y'all son say read John chapter 4, verse 21. He said this kills Christianity. Okay, John 4 and 21 through 24.
John chapter 4, verse 21. JC said unto her, Woman, believe me, the hour cometh when ye shall neither in this mountain nor yet at Jerusalem worship the Father. You worship ye know not what.
But we know what we worship.
We know what we worship, for salvation is of
the
Jews.
That's right. Popping corn, salvation of the Jews. Read.
But the hour cometh, and now
read. Go on, read.
And now is when the true worshiper shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth.
That's right. Boy, you popping corn. That's right.
For the Father seeketh such to worship him. God is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in.
Yeah, that's right. You're right about that, y'all. That's right. Even JC say worship the Father. He ain't never told him. So why do they worship him then? Because they've been brainwashed, bamboos, and hood. Even JC got enough sense to tell the people to worship God, worship the Father. He got enough sense to say that. That's right. He got enough sense to tell you the Father. What's the message, Jewel Gladys? I don't understand what the message is. Tell me what it is again. Yep. The true worship shall worship the Father in truth and in spirit. And JC hit the nail on the head when he said that. I give him credit. He got that right. He got that part right there, y'all. So to worship the Father, not me, because I ain't worth two dead flies. I ain't a father in windstorm. Jewel Gladys, what is your message? Because I don't understand what your message is. Anybody else got no comment or question about the subject? I'm going to get ready to close out. Somebody give me up then. Just give me one more closing out scripture. Not the New Testament, though. In the Old Testament. You got a closing out scripture you want to give out? Give out a closing out scripture. I think I do. Okay, so well, let me. I'm gonna stay on here till she get it. It's called the destruction of America, or destruction of USA, or something. I can't remember what it was, but it happened it's about 5 or 6 years old that I made. Let me know when you find it. Might just have to type in destruction of America or destruction of the U.S. Okay, y'all only TV 100. He says Psalms 139 and 21. Yeah, Psalm 139 and 21. Oh, okay, you got it. All right, praise the mighty Yah, sister. Yeah, and pass that information. Everybody needs to see that video. Put like on it. What you do? Like? How you do it on the phone?
Like
Push. Yeah, push like or something. How you do it?
I guess like the video. Like,
I mean, how you push it? You know, gotta push a button or something.
well, they have to do it on their computer, on their cell phone.
That's what I'm
So I
saying.
mean,
Yeah.
they should know how to do that stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
if they're on YouTube, they should know how to like stuff. So
Yeah, I'm talking about. I don't know how to do it. That's what I'm talking about.
we won't like our own video.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay, now let's read Psalms 139 and 21.
Psalms chapter 139, verse 21. Do not I hate them, O Yahweh, that hate thee,
With a perfect hatred. That's right. Watch this. Read.
and am not I grieved with those that rise up against thee?
Oh, okay. That's all. That's 21. Oh, it's another one to read something like that. Read it again. Let me see.
Do not I hate them, O Yahweh, that hate thee, and am not I grieved with those that rise up against thee?
That's right. That's right. That's corn, brother. That's right. I'll hate them that hate thee. Yep. Okay, and there's I hate the one that hate thee. Okay. Yeah. See, I got a flip phone. I don't know how to do it. But in verse 22 also. Read 22.
I hate them with perfect hatred.
That's what I was talking about right there. Yep. I knew it had something else to go with it. Yeah, read. With perfect hatred. Read.
I count them my enemies.
That's right. I count them my enemy. You popcorn. I knew it was somewhere. I ain't finished it. Okay. Oh, that was straight y'all on it. TV 100. I said 1,000. Now he ain't no 100. He 1,000. Okay. He said he 1,000. All right, brother. Yeah. Ben Yah said Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Dealing with the command.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13.
And 14.
Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Elohim.
Oh, I'm sorry, sister. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You a sister. Okay. All right, then. I'm going to write that down because I got to remember she a sister. Now read it.
And keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. For Elohim shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil.
Y'all forgive me when I get y'all wrong because I don't know if you're man or woman. Okay, I got it. Okay, I'm sorry, sister. Yep, I got you written down. I got to, if I see you a lot, then I can remember. Yeah. So I had to write it down, go studying so I know when I see that you're a woman. Okay. All right. Praise the mighty Yah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I made a mistake today. Yeah. Now read that again because I was into what she was saying. She said she was a woman. So yeah, read that again. That 12 and 13 verse.
Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Elohim and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. For Elohim shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil.
That's right. That's right. Now who said okay, Ben Yah said it. Yeah, okay. That's real talk. No, ain't nothing more important than the commandments. Yeah. I'm supposed to be debating this white guy at work. You know, he said give him a couple of weeks, but I'm gonna see Monday what he want to do. You know, he said we're gonna, and he was saying something about get on Zoom. You know about Zoom. He was telling me that we can have a Zoom on Zoom and do it on Zoom. So I'm gonna have him probably call you and see can you. He said it's real easy that you can do it. We're doing it on the laptop something about Zoom. Yeah, he wanted to debate, and he said he was because he can't leave because he got a sick son or something.
I know I do on video chat, but if he's talking about broadcasting live on YouTube, I don't know how to do that stuff
On Zoom.
But yeah,
Okay, well, yeah, I'm gonna ask. I'll talk to him more Monday and see what to do. Like you say, and he wanted to debate me about who was the Messiah. Yeah, he told me he wanted to debate me about who was the Messiah, and I told him I'd debate. Yeah, well, I hope he don't chicken out on me. I had like 2 or 3 white guys supposed to be debating, and they all bag up. They changed their mind for whatever reason. Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I got like I said, white guy at work. I'm pressing him into debate me. He say he gonna do it and stuff. He said he was gonna text me something, but he never did text me. So I remind him Monday though. And I sure want y'all to see this debate though. Yeah, that's if he even do it. Yeah. I wish I can get in the building with him and do it live. Tell us the Zoom code once you get it, and those that have Zoom can log in to watch the debate. It say the Zoom what? Let me see. The Zoom code. Okay, she said the Zoom code. Zoom code. Joe Gladys say, let's do it. YouTube will teach you how to work Zoom. YouTube will.
bro, I don't want to know. I have to learn all this stuff. I'm not even that tech savvy. I'm not no Bill
Okay.
Gates or
See, so he no Bill Gates. He over. Oh boy. Okay, but I Zoom code. You're right. At least say Zoom code. She just needs the Zoom code. Well, I guess. Yeah. Well, he say, well, so I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. I don't know what he gonna do, but out his mouth he said he was gonna do it. So I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. I always give people the benefit of the doubt when they say something. So I ain't gonna say what he ain't or is gonna do because I'm gonna give him. Fair. Well, like I say, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. You might be right. Just right. I just hope he stand on his word. Yeah, but I can't spook him now. I ain't gonna spook the man and give him my YouTube channel and all that. I ain't give him none of that. I just, yeah, I ain't gonna spook him. And it's not hard. And I know your son can do it. She said it ain't hard to know. She know you can do it. She was glad to say, no, you can do it. It ain't hard. Yeah. She said it ain't hard, so I don't. We're gonna figure something out though. Yeah, we're gonna figure something out. If he don't want to do it, I'll get somebody else to do it. Show me or whatever. Yeah, I ain't gonna even sweat him. Yeah, I find somebody that yeah. And you're right, at least said it ain't hard either. There's 2 people say it ain't hard. Yeah. I might have to beg my son then to do it. He said it ain't hard. So, but I mean, when you get time, but let me find out what is he gonna really do it before, if he really gonna do the debate, then we'll talk about it. But hey, he said he ain't gonna do nothing. It's a YouTube teach people how to have babies. Oh boy, everybody do. Oh, come on now. Oh man, you ain't gotta do nothing but talk to your grandmama and your mama about that. Now they teach you how to have a baby. You can talk to your aunties, your cousins, sisters, or so. Everybody knows somebody that had a baby, so that wouldn't be hard. We already know how to make a baby, but if you want to know how to have a baby, you can talk to your grandmama, your sister, your auntie, and cousin, and your niece. I know they didn't have some baby. YouTube teach you how to do everything. Yeah. They need to teach people how to keep the commandments and laws and statutes and precept and judgment. That's what YouTube need to be teaching. How to do that. Teach you everything. Well, they need to be talking about how to teach them how to keep the commandment, laws, and statutes of Yahweh. While they teaching everything, teach that. That's what Yahweh need to be teaching. How to serve Yah. Here's a good debate. Debating what happens after you die according to the scripture. I not read it. Okay. I got a video. I want you to look this one up. I got a video called Life After Death. I made this a while ago, a couple years ago. So the Holy Gym is called the Life After Death. That's what the video's name. The name of it, Life After Death. So when you get time, the Holy Gym, you look it up. It should be under my live. It's called Life After Death. That's the name of the video. And I want the Holy Gym to watch it. I already talked about it some years ago. They need to erase all lies and add only truth. That's right. You're right about that. So, yeah. Okay, that's where you Tour base, yeah, on the platform is on YouTube for. Oh, okay. Yeah, but yeah. No Testament. Oh, that's a lie. Well, that's a lie. You're gonna be raised up, but I want you to so I ain't gonna let you enlighten on it. I want you to look up. I got a video called Life After Death. And I made it a few years ago. Yep, to teach the laws of Yah. Yeah. Yep, I made a video years ago. The Holy Gym is called Life After Death. Make sure you watch it. Yeah. That's a lie. We're gonna be raised up, cause that's a cold lie. Whatever teacher told you that they lied. We gonna come back. Everybody sleep for a minute and they gonna come back. Well, watch my you when you watch my video, you tell me what you think about it, and we'll talk about it next week. Yeah, I do. I should watch the video because all I do is say what the book say. I don't add my imagination or what I think, how I was raised, what I believe in, what I learned somewhere else. No, I do book only, scripture book only. Yeah, I ain't gonna talk about my opinion, how I think, or what I think. No, I don't do that. When you put Yah, you got to talk about Yahweh only. And if it's in the book, it's in it. If it ain't, it ain't. Yeah. Yeah. Listen, the book say this here. Oh, Proverbs. Let me show you what Proverbs say about people's opinion and stuff like that. Go to Proverbs 19 and 21. Proverbs 19 and 21.
Proverbs chapter 19, verse 21. There are many devices in a man's heart.
A man had many devices. He believed this. He believed that. He think this. He think that. He got many devices in his heart. He can come up with all kinds. He can make a cell phone, wash and dry, TV, and many devices. But watch this read.
Nevertheless, the counsel of Yahweh that shall stand.
Only the counsel of Yahweh gonna stand. That's right. Only the counsel of Yahweh gonna stand. Yeah. Yeah, that's the only thing. Okay. They say that Daniel 12 and 2 on the speak. Okay. See, like, okay. I'm going to check out your video about the two atoms. Oh yeah, the two atoms. Yeah, yeah. You got two atoms in Genesis 1 and 26 and Genesis 2 and 7. You got two different creations right there. What it talks about. Well, brother and sister, like I say, brother, go and watch that video. It's called Life After Death, and and see what you get out of it. But I'm gonna get ready to close out, brother and sister. And I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to worship to Yahweh by saying hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Praise the mighty Yah. Shalom, shalom. Yeah.